Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In Surah Al-Ala, verses 1 to 3, Allah says, Sabbih isma rabbika al-ala, allazi khalaqa fasawwa, wallazi qaddara fahada. And the translation of these verses is, Exalt the name of your Lord Most High, who created and measured, and who destined and then guided. Now, combining everything we have learned so far, we understand that each of us has qualities and certain strengths that have been bestowed upon us. Those strengths are ideal given the environment Allah has chosen for us. They help us fight the obstacles we face in our lives, and they give us our potential to do the work of Allah, to do jihad. But then there are still two questions we can ask. Firstly, many of us look towards others, and when we see the kind of jihad they are doing in Islam, we feel bad. We feel as if our jihad is so insignificant as compared to theirs, so we ask ourselves, who will Allah compare us to on the Day of Judgment? If Allah is going to compare me to these kinds of people, I'm doomed. And then besides this, a second question we can ask is that how do I know if the work I'm doing in the cause of Islam is enough? These verses are beautiful because they inform us that each and every one of us has been designed in a unique manner. We have been proportioned and measured in a unique manner, and we have been placed in a unique environment ever since we were children. And for this reason, on the Day of Judgment, we will have our own unique yardstick against which Allah will compare us. Allah will not compare us to anyone else because He knows that no two people have been bestowed with the exact same strengths and qualities, nor were they raised in the exact same environment, facing the exact same obstacles. That is why the Quran mentions that Allah has created and measured or proportioned each of us, which means He gave us a certain mixture of strengths and weaknesses. And He has also destined for us certain tests and hardships that are unique to us, and it is through these tests that we can realize our potential. And besides this, He has guided each of us in our own unique way. That is what these verses are telling us. The manner in which Allah has chosen to guide me is different from the manner in which He has chosen to guide you, because He knows what each of our hearts needs. So when He created us, proportioned us, destined us, guided us in a unique way, then surely on the Day of Judgment we should have our own unique standard against which we will be compared. This is the greatest consolation that Allah could give us. So if you would love to spread the message of Islam and only teach Quran the entire day like many others, but you realize that you need to make money to sustain a living, then Allah does not expect you to teach Quran the whole day. Instead, He expects you to go out and earn a living. He will not ask you why you didn't spend your entire day studying and teaching Quran. Instead, knowing that you had to do a job, He will ask you if you tried to earn money that was halal. If you try to take out some time in your hectic routine to understand Tafseer, and if you try to spread your knowledge to your family, friends, and colleagues. Similarly, there are some women who would love to go out and spread the message of Islam, but they cannot because their father or their husbands don't allow it. Allah will not ask them why they didn't go out and spread Islam like others. Instead, He will ask them what they did for Islam given the constraints they faced, given the environment in which they were placed. So given those obstacles, if a woman could not go out and spread Islam, did she at least share her knowledge on social media while sitting at home? If she could not go out to learn about Quran, did she use the internet to acquire knowledge of Quran while sitting at home? And finally, to address the second question, how do you know if your jihad is enough? The answer is simple. You will never know. Instead, just ask your heart. Ask yourself, given my strengths and my weaknesses, given my environment, given the tests and obstacles that I face, can I struggle just a little bit more in the cause of Allah? Can I do just a little bit more in spreading Islam, in learning about the Quran, or in helping those in need? And believe me, if you ask yourself sincerely, the answer will always be yes. Maybe 5 minutes more can be given. Maybe a few more pages of the Quran can be read every day. Maybe a few more messages can be posted on social media regarding Islam. Take small steps. Keep pushing yourself every day. That struggle is what Allah loves. And remember, Allah will only compare you to yourself on the Day of Judgment, because He knows that He has proportioned you in a unique way. He has guided you in a unique way. He has given you a unique environment in which you were raised. So the benchmark, the yardstick against which you will be compared, will also be unique. It will be a yardstick that takes into account everything: your strengths, weaknesses, potential, environment, tests, obstacles, everything. And that is the greatest consolation Allah can give us. Assalamu alaikum.